Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today. We are going to play some No Man's Sky. I had to go and look because I have multiple playthroughs going. One with you and then one with my friend, and I'm actually trying to catch up to her where she's at in the main storyline. And it's actually running at the same place as I am on the playthrough I'm doing recording, and so I sometimes get them confused. And we literally the last time did the same thing for the armorer, and then did a sentinel fight and did all 5 phases of the sentinel fight. So I got confused as to where I was at. So I went and I double checked the last bit of the video so that I could make sure that I wasn't confusing them. And I wasn't. It's just I'm at the exact same place in both playthroughs. So we had finished the sentinel fight, had gotten the sentinel pillar, because when you do a sentinel fight, there are 5 waves. And at the end of the 5th wave, you'll get a sentinel pillar map, and all sentinels have been so you could actually fly around the planet and anywhere that, whoopsie, flew into a S will make you go backwards when you do that. S does a lot of things. It targets a starship that you're fighting. It stops you in mid-flight, and it makes you go backwards. So look what that sentinel pillar is, 8,000. What would that be? Look how close that is. Usually to the other side of the planet. So let's go check it out. Oh, look, a meteor. We need to fix. We only got 15 radiant shards. Let's take.
Technology recharge.
There's another meteor I saw off to the right. Yeah, usually these sentinel things are on the other side of the map, but this is just right across the way that you could fly on your ship. See, there's my green star. Okay, so enough time has passed since it's about a half an hour and the sentinels will reappear. Now I'm going to just straight up I will kill a sentinel only because I want the caller to call more, so that when you go to one of these places, it will destroy, when you shut it down, it'll destroy all sentinels on the map, and they won't respawn for 30 minutes. And so enough time has passed from where that same thing happens on a sentinel fight. So if I kill this guy right here, let's put it on Pulse Splitter. Oh, if I kill him, more sentinels will come, and then there's a healer there, and then there should be a caller, and the caller, if I kill the healer, will call more. So I'm going to do that. I don't see the caller though. I'm hiding from that mech. Oh, they're searching. So it's not doing what I want. So I'm just going to shut him down. So you can go in the pillar here. Oh, it's clicked through. I'm so sorry. So I can access the log, shut down Sentinel Force, and extract. So I'm going to shut down the Sentinel Forces. Waveform poisoning initiated. Okay. And that shut down all of... I'm going to log off. That shut down all the Sentinels and their little things. So you could run around all over the planet, and anywhere there was a Sentinel, there'll be one of those canisters. But I couldn't get... And then these give you nanites, pugnium, and it should give you glass. Nope. See, there was a Sentinel there. So when you're fighting, these canisters will heal you, give you nanites, give you ammunition sometimes, and sometimes glass. The act of killing the Sentinel itself will give you pugnium. So it gave me 123 nanites, glass, and it should give me pugnium, which we need for our ship. So you can't forget our save beacon. And there's one more. There's 3 of these. Alrighty. Now we can go and look and see about the weapon, extract weapons technology. Oh, it's an A. We have an A. So we'll take it for free. And then we need to go back and switch to our multi-tool. Now, if you do the read log, you would get storyline. So we need to hit X and go to the gear and go over to the multi-tool. That's the multi-tool that we just put on. We're not going to keep it, so let's mark it as for sale. You just change the name. And there's nothing that we can extract from it. Well, we could extract this. And we could extract that. And then we're just going to change the name to sell. And we know we want to sell that one. Let's see what else we got. So we want to sell this one. Next time we go to the anomaly, we can do that. Sell. Sell. So I think this is our current one. Yeah, this is our current multi-tool. And then what's the other one? Yeah, we want to sell that one too. This is a Sentinel one. I wonder if you can take that out. No, that would be nice if you could. To check that, I hit X. If you hit X, you can take things out and store them. So we're going to hit sell on that one. Then we're going to go back to our current multi-tool. Then next time we go to the anomaly, see, we have them all marked for sale. You can have up to 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could take 2 more multi-tools and get the money and nanites. So we are all done here. So where is our space ship? So when you hold it down, places that need to be restored are orange. I think this is our home planet. That's why I'm fixing them. I can't remember if this is our home planet. We shall see when we go up into space. Oh, it said, let me see if that'll do that again. There was a notation about terrain. Bases have a maximum terrain complexity. Use restore mode to undo edits. But it actually only affects the planet that you're on and working on. The rest, each planet has an amount, so it's always wise to heal your stuff. Uh-oh, someone's calling us. Apollo, good work. Your attack on the factory paid off. Did you get any useful data? Say no. No matter, we have what we need. I recorded countless signal flares when the Sentinel started to appear. Energy streams sparked beneath the planet's surface, moving from monolith to monolith. We must be on the right track. Examine these structures. They are all linked. I know it. I'll attune your scanner to the Sentinel energy signals. We shall soon have our prey. Good luck. I'll speak to you on the other side. So he should give us a location. Bring word of Apollo's plan to Nada. So we want to do that and get our Quicksilver. We're up to 750 Quicksilver, so we've reported back maybe 5 or 6 times to get 750 at 150 a pop. Somebody else has a ship real similar to ours. I thought that was our ship for a minute. What knowledge, Trevor? Is Apollo entity known to you? Explain Apollo's plan. A traveler entity that is not known to Nada, yet they know Artemis Entity, who themselves no longer recalls Nada. You bring news that alarms Nada. What else does our home fail to see? Nada looks troubled. They retreat into themselves. Ask what to do. Polar Friend has kept us safe. Nolus Carapace has been Nada's and Nada's only for many years outside the cycle of data. We help others escape, those who might process our reality. Nada has peace here. Those who hunt us cannot see us. Nada does not want it to end. but better to understand, to know what comes for us. Do not stop on our account. Okay. So, expedition rewards available. Where did the doorway go? Oh, it's Monday, Tuesday. Let's go see if we can get a broadcast, emergency broadcast thing. Ah, young one, you who still roam the boundaries of this universe, how I envy you. Get data on planets. Thank you, little one. Not much. Go back in and see if he's got an emergency broadcast thing. Nope. Might as well come over here and get them too. Sometimes he wants to trade stuff with you, but I never think that it is to my benefit. I'll do it. So he wants salvage data, which I don't have any. So let's transmit this. He usually gives us 500 to 1,000. So we got 350, and then he sells upgrade modules to your ship. And they're really not that good. They're, you know, B's and C's. But we don't need any of it. So still no emergency broadcast data. Now I could go up here and I could get all kinds of ships. I've done so many Twitch rewards, and it goes to your account, not your save. So every single save on your account, and like I have multiple saves, can access anything that you've earned through Expedition and Twitch rewards. And I recommend the Expedition simply because you get a lot of ships and stuff. In fact, have given away so many ships in 22 expeditions that they had to make a way for you to store the ships you have. Otherwise, you have to get rid of them. And up until you could store them, you could only have 12. So, let's see where we're at. I don't know if we're at our home planet. So we have 3 quests that we can turn in. And our home planet is over there. So let's turn these quests in and get more quests from this space station. If we have gotten any from them. You can have up to 150 quests. It used to be. That could have changed and I missed it in all the updates they've done over the years. But it used to be you could have up 150 active quests. So around the other side. Sometimes people get confused. There's always going to be a white chamber or line of light, a cylinder of light. And so you can see that the icon looks like it's on the other side. So we need to go around the space station to the other side. And see that chamber of light going out? Channel. Let's go turn all these Sentinel quests in and see if we can grab more and build factions. So this is... I turned before I could look at the picture. Oh, this is a Corvax system. I'm so sorry, I'm yawning. Not sure if we've been here, so it's green, so that means we can get an exosuit piece. Oh, we've been here. Usually it's red. So let's go down here and turn in all our quests. Hand in missions. So we got nanites, storm crystal, and nanites. Alright, so we could catch, we already got the scan minerals, aggressive. I'll do that one. I don't want to kill 10 creatures. That'll get us a exosuit chart. Let's see if there's anything that we can get from the free guy. I think I'm gonna go down and see. Nope, see, we still can't get any, but we can get ammunition for free. We can get unstable plasma for free. And then the rest you have to buy. But yeah, he's telling us, get out of here. Get out of here. Let's just jump home. I woke up at 6 o'clock, 6:30 this morning. So it's favorites. So yeah, we have all 3 of our guys. America. Turn to your base. So the armorer popped up. So let's talk to him. These facilities are glorious, but know that we Viking exterminate worlds that show even the merest hint of weapons production. Consider yourself lucky that I am your friend. Violence must be ended. This is the way of the Dryandarg. This is the way of Herc. When murder is gone, the last weapon fired will be at the Viking ourselves, having served our holy purpose. So if you keep reading their storyline, which I'll try to do, they, as a gesture of peace, the armor offers me a piece of exosuit technology. They are keen to demonstrate that they are more than a simple warrior. Wear it with pride. Before we can begin our work together, there is something we must deal with. Viking High Command would not permit me to reside here and ignore my purpose, Interloper. I have discovered a weapons factory nearby, and to sabotage it would demonstrate our worth. While you're there, perhaps you may also learn something useful. I learned that the Viking believe there are no other species should be able to hold weapons. That after the atrocities committed by the Gek, only the Vikings should be trusted with arms. And as we go through the storyline, you will find out about the Gek. The armor gives me the location of a nearby weapons factory, claiming it is operating illegally. If I go there and shut down production, I may be able to extract a valuable blueprint. Go with honor, but be wary. The eye of the Sentinel will be upon the facility. Alrighty. Oh, he gave me a, what was that? Was that toxic protection? I was trying to open my inventory with... Yeah. Oh, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Let's see if we can install it. So when you have two of them, B class, A class, when this one runs out, it moves to this one. When this one runs out, it moves to hazard protection. And whatever place you're in, we have, when the cold protection runs out, then it moves to hazard protection. But as long as you keep the shield full, hazard protection will stay 100%. But we are broken here.
Technology prepared. Prepared.
That looks to be everything that is broken. Let's open up our glass. And then you can, if you right click out, you can see everything that you got. So that goes on the multi-tool. So you can take these and you can sell it for 25,000 units. Or you could refine it.
Technology recharge.
Let's make some sodium. And then you can, I'm going to go to Exosuit because I know all that stuff. So dirty bronze, if you refine it, becomes 250 silver. Or you can sell it for 25,000. This will turn into glass. See, the 1500 silicate powder would make 38 glass. So don't hesitate to just pick stuff up and see what it turns into. Paraffinium turns into ferrite dust. You just put your stuff in there and it'll tell you what it turns into. It becomes ionized cobalt, which if you look, every item in your bags will tell you what it sells for. That sells for 138 each. That sells for 25,000 each. Oxygen sells for 34. So sometimes, and in the case of cobalt, cobalt sells for 76 units each. But ionized cobalt sells for 162. I'm so sorry. And so, I mean, that's a big jump. And the same thing with, we don't have any gold nuggets and gold. And so you look how much that sells for 25,000. But how much does 250? So 186 units each. So 72 gold would sell for 13,392. Well, let's move that to our ship. And then let's turn this into silver and see how much 250 sells for. So 250 sells for 46,500, whereas the when it was in its base form sold for 25,000. So it sells for more by processing it if you're selling your processed materials. but silver is used for base building and repair for your freighter. So let's put these on and see. Let's see what it is. Fire rate, reload time. So is this on a purple? Excuse me. So we need an amino chamber. Okay, so let's see what else we got. This one is also multi-tool. Reload time and damage, and we haven't run out of how many. I think you can have 4. And so each of these, there's like, we just had that and we placed it. And then when you, have we not put our fishing pole up yet? Oh.
Technology installed.
So we need 3 and 1. I thought we'd already put our fishing pole. So we've hit, so you can have 3. So this is 2 plus fire rate, -2 reload time, and 1 damage. This is 1 damage, so the one that we just installed is better. So we can have 3 of those. And so in the bolt caster world, you can have 3 that you place and 3 that you make, which would be like this. This is make, and that was we placed. So, but these are from the sentinels. So we need the hydrogen and a nanotube. I think I may just have wasted my time. Nope. Okay, so now we have a fishing pole, which will come up with G. There's a gun. There's the fishing pole. There's our gravitino coil. And we need to go back to our gun. Alright. Alright, so now we gotta go... No, let's finish this sorting. Now there is an exosuit upgrade. And it is 10% shield. So I think we can get rid of this now. And gain that space. Look at that, and they don't match each other. That's unusual. Usually when you buck those up against each other. So shield strength, life support. And there's another one. And then that's... Okay, there's one over here. So we need to move that. So you can have 3. So that's 28 fuel, 13, 30, 30, 57, 10, 5. So it's between these two. Solar panel 13. Shield, fuel efficiency, solar power. What does that do? The sinister purple light and it circulates 15 each minute. Seeping nanite foam into the module, targeting fuel efficiency and solar panel power. So I think the others are better. So that looks like everything. We're on our home base. Let's hit this. And we should have a quest that we're supposed to follow. Yeah, planet in distress. But we want... Where'd it go? We want it to be at our planet. So I wonder if we can put anything in here. Let's sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. Not really. But we can. Oh, yes, we can put the Sentinel Brain. You hit X and it puts it right in. You put the Sentinel Brain in. And then this we can put in the Starship. Like, oh, it's a Sentinel ship, so no, we can sell that. Let's see. Ready to go for a Gek farmer to join us. Indeed, I've already prepared their contract. You just need to get me the solarium. So I don't know if we have any of that. So we'll go look in our terminals. Nope. So we haven't put our other, it should be here. Why won't it go there? So we really don't have anything. It won't let us put it. Is it because we're in the way? Yeah, we. So we'll go ahead and put 3, 4, and 5. And we'll see. No. We didn't have them when we did the playthrough. And so we don't. We can put 6. There it is. 7. So our ship is going to be on the ground because this is the one where we needed. So we have them. So we just messed up. So we need to remove this. Metal plating. Call our ship. So from now on, it'll land there, and we need to put a door. Go. So we don't have Solarium. So this planet is a paradise. Oh, look. We haven't discovered these other planets. So let us do that. We need Solarium. So we can do that by going... I saw something yellow on my bar. You know what that was? Oh, it's this. So we need to go and get our settlement. How far away is it? We've got to go up. The settlement is new gameplay. When they brought it in, I loved it. I loved the idea of it, but I just was like, why can't I have more than one? Now you can have 4. So don't even bother to come try and interact. You need to find the dude who called you. Even though it was in another system, once you locate a camp. So they say that friend, that's the only word we know. This settlement must be the source of the distress signal. What are they doing here, building a life exposed to the harsh planetary existence, battered by the elements? Ask about the distress signal. Before I can speak, I hear the wail of a siren. A hostile buzz descends upon the town. The sentinels have arrived. So you gotta kill the sentinels. And there's just a couple. But like I said, you have the caller. You don't want any more sentinels, get rid of him. If you want more sentinels to get glass, let him stay, but kill the healers, and he'll keep calling more. The healers don't drop a canister, but they do give you pugnium. And there's usually always 2 healers, a caller, and 2 sentinels on the first wave. But this will only be the 1 wave, and that sound means it's over. So we can pick these up and get our glass, if it gives glass. It always gives nanites. Now, we can interact, because that's what they wanted us to do, was save them from the sentinels. So now we can go to the planetary interface. Not mistaken, we're on a Korvax world. So we're not going to be able to do this unless we have Korvax casing. Applied it so the current overseer is missing or deceased. The position is opened, so we can apply for it. And we have what we need. This is a Gek system, so we must have 3 Gek relics, because that's how many you gotta have. Now, that is 303,717 units a day to maintain this facility. And we're producing 59,294 currently a day. And we just killed the sentinels so that they don't even know we're here. but there's positive things and negative things. So we have an interstellar signal array, which increases productivity, but we have four things that are bad. So for everything you do for the settlement, or for everything and gift you accept from a visitor, or different things like that, it used to be that whatever was going on at your terminal inside the overseer building that we're getting ready to build, because apparently when the previous owner's overseer was killed, so was the building he worked out of. So we're getting ready to do that. Or he was just crappy and he didn't build one, if you go with the story. So people will come to visit, but since they've changed, anything that you find online hasn't been updated yet, because it's so new to be able to have four settlements. Pardon me. And I would recommend that you only get 3 settlements and not take your 4th one, because once you've done a portion of the advanced storyline, but you can, if you do mess up and take 4, you can always get rid of one and take another one, so it's not like it's detrimental and you're stuck with it. But the 4th one, you can get a special new life form that becomes part of the game when you move after the main storyline, which is what we're doing. We're focusing as much as we can not be distracted, because No Man's Sky is famous for distracting you with secondary missions. But anyways, each little thing you do will get rid of the bad and put in a good. And also things that you do will increase how many population you can have. But the one main thing that you're concerned with is bringing down your debt and making your citizens happy. But different buildings and things you do will increase how many people you can have. And we have a C settlement. Eventually, we can get it to be an S-class settlement. But we have the 3 Gek relics that we need so we can become the overseer. And so now we need to look around for the building that they want us to build, and it's right there. Overseer office construction site. So we go over here to the red and interact and see what they want us to build. They want 210 silicate powder. Now, the overseer's cabin builds just like that, whereas the other ones take like an hour. So any interaction that you do, about every hour, they will call you back. Oh, do we have a landing pad? So right now we have a guy that wants to sell us some contraband. Where's he at? There he is. Inside? No, where's he at? We want to buy this stuff. So there is a pilot here that wants to sell us there he is. So you can get some good stuff, because when you install tech, it's random what you're going to get. It's not a set, you're going to get this. Everything is procedurally generated in this game, which allows it to be so big yet doesn't cause you to lag. A little creature opens his beak. It opens and closes their beak silently. Their eyes narrow. A faint smell lingers in the air. They wait for me to say something. Offer to trade. Okay, so all of their stuff is contraband. Suspicious, banned, launch. All their stuff is banned. And I always buy scanner modules, because they can end up being super crazy good and you make more money. So we've got 6,000 nanites, so we can buy a little bit here. And it doesn't say how many he has. He has more than one. So he had two, so I'm going to buy it. And suspicious hyperdrive modules. He had one. And hazard protection. That one's expensive. I'm going to buy it. Two, so he had two. That's all we're going to buy. Let's see what our scanner module is. Oh, that's the hard drive. I mean the hyperdrive. We need that. We've got 723. What? Oh, my ship's too far away. Oh, that's still the hard drive. Oh, look, we have stuff to sell too. We forgot about that. So we want the scanner module. There it is. So that'll be this. Okay, so we already have the maximum amount. This will be 4,000 mineral and 10,000 flora. So this is on a purple slot, so let's take it off. So that is 9,000 mineral and 6,000 flora. So 5, 5, and 5. And 31, 6, and 7. 10 and 4. 7 and 6. 5, 5, 5. Yeah, so this one is, we can get rid of. And then we go back and we get the other one. And see if it's better than anything we got. Nah. So we'll get rid of that one. So it's a crapshoot, you know. Whoops, we need to put that back on the purple. I think 5, 5, and 5 would be better, I think. Because then it's 6, 6, and 6. Whoops, one of them is not where it... One of them should be moved over. There we go.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Alrighty.
Technology recharge.
Ooh, do we have any of those? That can go in the ship. Uh-oh, it's out of range. Alright, we should be able to add some more. You want 5 metal plating, which we have. Now let's go find our ship. So each of these buildings have a little purpose that go overall to the base. So we have 723. So that only gave 141 light years. That's okay. See, gold sells for 353 units each, but a gold nugget sells for 3,280 units each. So every time you go up into the space atmosphere, shoot some of the asteroids and get the gold nuggets, and it sells for more as a gold nugget than it does as gold. Here we go, hypercluster. It sells for 3,280. What is that? That's exocraft. But we don't have any tritium. Tritium only sells for 6 units each. So this will turn into tritium. But just one hypercluster sells for 3,280, so that's a good way to make money. We were supposed to go sell these and make money. So we did that, and then the other deal was this, which is a shield, which we can still put in. So let's move this here, and that there. And it gives us 2, 10, 2, 2, which is kind of sucky. Sometimes you'll get them and it'll give you, you'll get one that is the maximum power. I was watching a YouTuber and he got one of these for the multi-tool, for the scanner. He got 11,000 flora, 11,000 fauna, and 11,000 mineral, which I've never seen before. And he was same thing, he'd never seen it before either. So each of these buildings has a deal, and now you can individually upgrade buildings. But this building will house 2 residents, and it is 1,481 of the productivity, and they're not happy. But each little building you can go around and read what it does. That's new. These little terminals are new. So it can do 2 residents, but you can upgrade it to a luxury, and that will give more citizens. So that's where people stay. That's houses. And our time is probably... How far? So this is a farm module. Has 3 employees, 18,000 productivity. So we're farmers here. Is there a fishing hole here? One of mine on my main play has a fishing hole. So now you can kind of see, you can see what they are wanting, and then you can view his details. He's polite. He has vivid dreams. He can hide good. He has a sample bag and miscellaneous pamphlets, and he's 10% happy. Waiting for the day to begin. Is it night? But yeah, you can go see what they're all thinking and doing, and you can see what they're thinking when they're running around. So where's that building? Where it is. I think this will be the last one. 3 microprocessors. So in 60 seconds it'll be done. What is that? C-class small home. Oh, this, I didn't know you could do that. Small home, farm, standard home, sleep unit, farm. So I wonder what we're gonna farm once you get rid of your debt. Because we're in debt, I'm sure. You can always go look in the middle where we became overseer. And you can also rename your settlement. You can always go see what your settlement status is. Like, we're $1 million in debt. We have 7% happy, 14 of 28 citizens, and we're making 59,000 units a day. But it costs 300 and 3,000. Eventually, you will get to where you're not in debt and your productivity exceeds the maintenance. And so that's what we have to do. And about every hour, you can zip over here and do stuff. Now this is finished. I hate when it's that far away from the middle because it's hard to find when you land. So, opening, building, unveil completed structure. And this is new. Now there's fireworks and, you know, they did a lot in upgrading the settlement. And that just said room for one more. It increased our happiness. Did not decrease our happiness, but it did allow us for one more person. And we can go in, and so you go to the overseer's terminal, and you're in Conkville, and so we can now have 28 population because it increased our population by 1. And so you go in here, and we have a construction opportunity. We can increase our population by 1 and our productivity by 14,000 a day. So a fishing pond increases our population, makes our citizens 4% happier, and increases productivity by 4,000. Well, look, let's take the 14,000. We didn't get the 4% citizen happiness, but gee, 14,000 less a day. And oh, look, it's right by it. So when we land in here, all we have to do is run to the settlement thing, which is nice. So you have to run around the building, and you have to find, and then you have to supply it with what it needs to build. It wants 120 chromatic metal, and it's going to take an hour. So you can see down in the bottom. And it will notify you when it's done in the bottom right. And it'll also notify you when you need to come over here because there's a visitor, or there's a dispute between your settlers, or there's a building opportunity. But it used to be you could go look online, and like if there's a citizen's dispute, you could see and go look, and it would tell you what the outcome would be, because you don't want to take a negative outcome and add something nasty to your settlement where you can get an outcome that will remove a nasty one and put a nice one. But since they changed the settlements, all of that stuff is out of date, and so you're gonna have to wing it for a while until somebody has gone through and updated all of the outcomes. And so you kind of just got to sit there and stare at it and wing it, or maybe it actually tells you now. So we're going to leave. We need to go to, it's on the Starship. We need to go to a mining place that has the highest sell rate as possible. And do we have... I don't know if we have... Yes, we do. We have... So when you sell this stuff, you want to sell it on the ground at a trade place. I think our... Oh, look at that water right nearby. We could do that fishing thing that we need to do. Alright, let's go. I think we have a green star. It's near our base, I thought. How did it switch? A minute ago, it was on the right side. Now it's... I thought we had a place to sell with the green star. Near our base, but I guess not. But we have hit X and go over here when you're down in the planet's atmosphere, not up in the star system, but no economy scanner installed. Oh, see, I thought I had one. All right, so we need to go in space. I thought I had an economy scanner. Nope. I thought wrong. Let's see if we can see a mining. Yeah. Why can we see that? It says this is a mining economy. Oh, that was why. It sells it. Okay. See, this is why I'm confused. I shouldn't be able to see this if I don't have a economy scanner, because this is showing me the economy and I shouldn't be able to see it because I don't have an economy scanner. So we want to go to yellow planets and we want to find a planet that wants mining and is as close to 80 as possible. So we can go 800. So let's go over here a little bit. See, that's blue. It looks white, but it's actually green. As you get closer, see, that's yellow. That one's yellow. Where are we at? We're at 280. That's yellow. That's yellow. Yeah, see, as long as it's... See, we don't have an economy scanner, so we can't see it. That's why I was confused to why we can see that. I guess we can see it because it's our planet. I don't know. See, I think that's the planet we started on. Or that's the planet that our mission has moved to do that stuff. So do we want to... See, so what I'm talking about is we want to sell as close to 80 as possible, and you want to buy as close to 30 as possible. So you buy stuff on one planet and bring it and sell to another. But you don't want to sell to the space station in the star system. You want to go down on the planet to a trade terminal because it sells for more. And that's why you need an economy scanner. So the game hasn't gave us an economy scanner yet, and I'm going to continue to wait. So we could sell all that at the space station because this is a mining economy, but we're only going to get at 40%. So we're at our hour. We didn't accomplish much, but we did get a settlement. But I spent a lot of time explaining today. So I'm going to land in the place where we want to start our next quest, which is, it's not logging, but it's what he wants us to do. And then I'll see you next episode. And I'm so glad if you hung out with me today that you did. And I hope that I'm helping you learn the game, because that's my goal. Because there's a big learning curve in this game, and most people get bored with it because they do not know all the things that you can do. And that's why we're just going to go through the beginning. But I'll see you next episode.